Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're getting into the surprising science behind why so many of us feel this deep sense of comfort and maybe even joy on a rainy day. So let's dive right in. Have you ever felt that little sigh of relief when the skies turn gray? You are definitely not alone. We're going to explore the pretty powerful scientific reasons behind this very common but kind of profound feeling. There's actually a word for it, pluviophile. And no, it's not just some quirky personality trait. This whole thing is a really fascinating intersection of our biology, our brain chemistry, and yeah, even our deep evolutionary past. Okay, let's start with what we hear, because one of the biggest clues to this whole mystery isn't about what rain looks like, but what it sounds like. It's got this unique, calming sound for a reason. See, the sound of rain isn't just random noise. From a technical standpoint, it's something called pink noise. Now, you've probably heard of white noise, right? That's that staticky hiss from an old TV. The sound energy is spread out evenly across all the frequencies. Pink noise, though, is different. Its energy is much more concentrated in those lower, bass-heavy frequencies, which is exactly why it sounds so much softer and more natural to us. But this is where it gets really amazing for our brains. The pink noise of rain creates what you could call a sound cocoon. It blankets everything, masking all those sudden jarring noises like a car horn or a door slamming that put our nervous system on high alert. And, get this, studies have actually shown this sound can help synchronize our brain waves, pushing us into that deep, restorative, slow-wave sleep that is just so crucial for our mental and physical recovery. All right, let's move on to our next clue. This one is all about a smell you can only get when it rains, a scent that seems to speak to something really, really ancient inside all of us. You know that smell, right? That clean, earthy scent that just rises up from the ground after it hasn't rained in a while? Well, it has this beautiful name, petrichor. It comes from the Greek words for stone and the fluid of the gods. How cool is that? And the main chemical behind this really powerful scent is a molecule called geosmin. It's actually made by a super common type of bacteria in the soil called Streptomyces. Now here is the truly wild part. Our sensitivity to this stuff is almost supernatural. I mean it. The human nose can pick up on geosmin at concentrations as low as zero point 0.4 parts per billion. And to put that in perspective, our noses are more tuned into geosmin than a shark's nose is to blood in the water. This is just a brilliant example of our evolutionary programming. For our ancient ancestors, this smell wasn't just nice. It was a powerful signal for survival. It meant life-giving water was here, the land would be fertile again, and life could go on. It's like a primal scent of relief that's literally hardwired into our DNA. And the scent doesn't just appear, it's this beautiful little physical process. So when a raindrop smacks into dry, porous soil, it traps these tiny air bubbles. Those bubbles then shoot up through the drop and burst, releasing a superfine mist of particles, aerosols, that carry that geosmin molecule right up into the air for us to smell. Okay, so we've covered sound and we've covered smell. Now, let's get into a really counterintuitive idea, how dreary, rainy weather can actually make us sharper and, believe it or not, more productive. Yet research from places like Harvard Business School has found something they call the productivity paradox. One study found that for every single inch of rainfall, workers' task completion times actually went down by 1.3%. You heard that right. People actually work faster and more efficiently when the weather is crummy. So why is that? Well, it's not because the rain makes us miserable and we just want to get our work done. It's explained by something psychologists call cognitive interference theory. Think about it. On a beautiful sunny day, part of our brain is constantly distracted, thinking about all the fun stuff we could be doing outside. Just resisting those thoughts takes up mental energy. But when it's pouring rain, all those outdoor options are off the table, which frees up our brain power to focus deeply on what's right in front of us. And finally, let's explore the feeling itself. Why is the gloom of a rainy day a source of deep comfort for some people, but for others, it's a trigger for real distress? This is a really, really important distinction to make. It is vital that we separate a simple love for rain from seasonal affective disorder, or SAD. SAD is a serious medical condition. It's where the lack of sunlight messes with the brain's serotonin and melatonin levels, causing genuine depression. For a pluviophile, though, that low light and quiet atmosphere brings on a state of healthy melancholy. It's a reflective, restorative mood, not a depressive one. The positive feeling that pluviophiles get is actually captured perfectly by this Danish concept called hygge. You've probably heard of it. It's that deep feeling of cozy contentment and safety that you get from creating this warm, comfortable little haven inside, while the weather is just doing its thing outside. The rain actually creates the perfect contrast to make that feeling of security even stronger. And psychologically, bad weather gives us something we all crave: social permission. In our constantly on, go, go, go world, a rainy day is a valid, guilt-free excuse to cancel plans, to slow down, to just turn inward. It basically validates our need to rest and cocoon, letting us recharge our mental and emotional batteries without that nagging feeling that we're missing out on something. So let's just bring it all together. Our love for rain isn't just one thing, is it? It's this whole multisensory experience. You've got the calming pink noise for our ears, the ancient evolutionary call of petrichor for our noses, the cognitive freedom from distraction for our minds, and that psychological permission to just rest and be cozy for our souls. It's just a powerful reminder that there is so much value in beauty, not just in the bright energy of the sun, but also in the quiet, deep restoration that the clouds can bring.